Historically, over the last 30 years, the National Science Board has been tracking who does the public respect and listen to. And so number one has been historically the military. But the good news is number two is academic scientists. So scientists, and particularly those that don't have any other competing affiliation. They're not funded by, for example, big oil companies.
What we're dealing with, I think, is a sort of a heart rejection of action on climate change because it seems to not be our tribe, not our story, not our song. And so comes the scientist to that, and somehow scientists got crosswise with that cultural thing where they were seen as people who aren't like us. I live in the South. They're not like us. They're sort of they're elite. They're really smart. Most of us struggled in science, and so there's this cultural rejection. But maybe in the coronavirus, there's this awareness that these scientists, applied scientists, those are the healthcare providers, and the scientists that are working feverishly in labs right now to find a vaccine for us, these are our heroes. These are people who actually care for us. That becomes that clears a heart blockage. If we can get this thing going where they're against us, all they're interested in is the grant money. That's why they write all these things about climate science being real so they can get more grant money. All that talk radio narrative that made them the other, maybe in the coronavirus will peel off just enough to make it possible to get to what our ultimate goal is 25 House Republicans and 12 to 15 Senate Republicans supporting meaningful climate action by 2022. And that might seem like a very small goal. You're thinking, Inglis, well, shouldn't you shoot higher than that? You're just looking for 25 or 12 to 15? Well, yeah, because it's a doable objective. It makes climate action bipartisan and therefore durable. And it's all we need. So it's not like we have to change the minds of every conservative out there or every Republican. We just have to get 25 House Republicans, 12 to 15 Senate Republicans. And then we can have leadership in America that leads the whole world to a solution.